Kind of special how that jellyfish is jumping up out of the water. Oh, so close. Meow. To be absolutely honest, I'm actually both really hoping for and really fearing running into the nymph. Because for one, I haven't found it yet in this world. And so you never know when she's going to jump out at you. Oh! There she is. Fuck off. It's a lot easier going than I expected. I got a magnetic door. G'day YouTube, NecroarcanistXIII here, back again with Terraria Expert Mode. Okay, so it's actually been a while since I last recorded a Terraria video, but I just managed to upload all the other ones. We can go up to chapter 8. I've got the flu again. My sister's new boyfriend gave it to her as an anniversary gift. Now we're all suffering. Last time I tried to do a Terraria run, the video failed. And all I managed to salvage was like I managed to get a handful of several minute clips out of it, which weren't even really anything interesting. So as of last uploaded episode, I was trying to do I was trying to make a elevator, digging straight down in the hell so I could get hellstone, and it looks like shadow chest there with all this obsidian furniture in it. It looks like I did manage to get down there. As I said, I can't actually remember what I was doing last time. Yeah, it seems I have managed to finish my elevator. I have this obsidian armor and some molten armor, which is good. I think I uploaded killing the nymph because I've got a metal detector here. And of course I have been going in and out of raid worlds trying to get materials. Because I killed Brain of Cthulhu in raid world. I'm not sure what I've been doing. But while I remember, I'm going to crank down some of the ambience, because through editing the last couple videos, I noticed that whenever it started raining it started to drown out my voice, which is weird because I'm pretty sure I turned it down initially to avoid that. And after turning down the ambience I can actually hear my voice echoing back through my headset, so it's actually something. Let's see. Need to work more on my NPC housing. I'm gonna have to update the graveyard a little bit. Because Stephen Hawking passed away recently, if you don't know. So I'll put a gravestone there for him if I can just remember which day it was. So yeah, this just gonna be another video of me running around back and forth like a knob trying to figure out what the frick I'm doing. I've got a generator up here, so I was in the process of making obsidian to build a house and arena out of here. Almost got a full stack there. So I think I'll work on the NPC house. Because once I move all my NPCs out, I'll be able to take down the house here, build the arena, and build my own house. That way I don't just have chests lying everywhere, I'll actually be able to organise my shit. My mouse is still acting a bit funny where it tends to double click. I started doing Minecraft videos again lately, and it's a pain in the ass when you're trying to like precisely do one block at a time, but then you end up stacking 4 or 5 on top of one block because your mouse is being a dick. Completely forgot what I was doing now, going for a chest and look for boreal wood. Might have to go plant some. Got 25 gold on me, that's actually something. Diamond ring down there. Just trying to think. Maybe the case I'm gonna have to go plant some boreal wood trees. So I'll pick up some acorns. Swear I had acorns here, I've seen them. There we go. Put that there, put that there. Where's that enchanted nightcrawler? Put you there. It's not over that way, so I'll go plant some trees. There's a lot of worms. I should probably get my hands on some molten tools. When a time comes, I do not want to jump in a hard mode too early. So I want to make sure I've got my NPC housing all set up and stuff first before I take on wall flesh. And I'll want my arena set up by then, so I can do pirate invasions and solar eclipses as quickly as possible. Not to mention the old one's army, because I've yet to do them in this world, even though I picked up some Turnier crystals from Tavern Keep in a raid world, because I killed Skeletron there. I need to make a Molten Fury so that I can create Night's Edge, because I should have a Muramasa and Light's Bane. I remember using Light's Bane for, I think, Arc 2 Little King Slime, just through my editing. Anyway, should be plenty of boiler wood to finish the mechanic's house. I want to use boreal for mechanic. I do want to keep talking just so it's not just me running back and forth and it's all boring, but yeah, my throat's already getting a bit sore because it's bloody flu. My eyes are really sore as well. Oh, my eyes are really sore as well all of a sudden. I'm actually planning on starting a new playthrough soon, because I've managed to dig out the old Nintendo Wii, get it booted up, and to whoever doesn't know, there's such thing as the Homebrew channel, which allows you to have like ROM hacks and emulators for old SNES games and Sega games and stuff like that, and I actually owned a Sega console when I was younger, and one of my favourite games of all time was Phantasy Star 4. And I used to play that over and over and over again, even though there was one boss I could never get past because I didn't know how to beat him. Even if I got up my levels, I could only do 1 damage to him, and I didn't know you had to use a specific item to weaken him. So whenever I got up to him, I just start the game over from scratch and begin anew, see if I can find any hidden secrets and stuff. Anyway, I've got a ROM hack of Phantasy Star 4, but it's actually a modern version called the Purgatory mod, and you can actually find those plays of it on YouTube. But I'm thinking about Purgatory mod is that it was built off of the Hell Mode mod. And Hell Mode mod makes enemies 5 times tougher, so they have 5 times more stats, and they are immune to all status effects. But they give you the same amount of gold and experience points as they normally do. However, in Purgatory mode, it's been, I've got water here, it's been fixed so that all of the characters now have different abilities. So say, if they had spells that inflicted status effects, they were removed and replaced with new abilities for just pure damage dealing. And yeah, that makes them less useless to play with for a start. But it's also, the difficulty has been increased slightly as well. And also, items and scenes, like cutscenes that were hidden in the game's code, have been added back into the game. Like, the developers never got around to putting those in the game, but whoever made Purgatory mod, I think his username was Comrade, he put them back into the game, which is kind of cool. I haven't found any of the new items yet. Like, I've literally without, my tongue is really slipping up lately, but I have literally only just gotten back to the boss that I couldn't beat. It's like I've been playing through the ROM hack. I used a Game Genie code to make so I get 10 times more experience points. So the difficulty of the game is more or less the same as what it would have been as playing the original version on the Sega console. But without spoiling anything, I just got back up to the boss that I couldn't kill before. And because I know how to kill him, I did kill him. And now I'm about to move on to the next area. And I played Fantasy Star 4 non-stop for hours as soon as I got it started up. Yeah, accuse me of cheating all you want, but I tried playing it normal way first off, and I had to grind the first level for hours just to level up once. And I couldn't properly beat the first boss until I was like level 8 with all my characters. Or level 8 with 2 characters and level 9 with one of them. So yeah, that's a pain in the ass and a half. Gonna need chains and torches for this. I actually wish there were, on the emulator there were more Sega games that I used to play. Like, I used to play the original Sonic the Hedgehog when I was younger, and I've got Sonic 1, 2 and 3 through the emulator. There was a game called Wonder Boy Monster World 3, which was another game that I loved to play. I got right up to the final boss, but it was too hard for me at the age, because I was like too young to be able to strategize things properly. And so I would love to do a playthrough of that again. And I've also got a shit ton of Mario RPGs through the emulator as well, so it might be interesting to do one of those. I especially hear one of them has a secret Final Fantasy boss in it somewhere. I'm going to have to look into that. One game that I used to play on a Sega was called The Immortal. If anybody has ever heard of it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it was this roguelike sort of dungeon crawl in which you were a wizard exploring this dungeon full of incredibly hard monsters. The game worked on a one-on-one combat dodge and parry system, and the way to fight effectively was to repeatedly dodge the enemy character until their fatigue stack maxed out, which meant they would attack a lot slower. And then you could quickly get several hits in to drain most of their health before they caught their breath and started attacking you again at full force. Which was actually a pretty good mechanic for one of them old school games. And you had to be extremely careful of shades, because they were invisible, so you couldn't see their moves. And the way to avoid them was to bounce fireballs off of the wall to light up torches, and then you could see the shades' shadows on the floor, and then you could walk around them. It's extremely hard to kill a shade, but I did manage it once when I was 11. But since then I gave my Sega away because the cord was worn down. And, well, quote from Mythbusters, when a machine begins to emit the mysterious blue smoke, it means it doesn't work anymore. And yeah, the power plug was old and it had been water damaged because it was sitting in the back room for so long, untouched. And so yeah, I got a good 15-16 years out of it. So yeah, that was back then when machines were built to last. Nowadays, if your PlayStation 4 freezes once, you have to go and buy a whole new NAV one for a couple $100. Whereas back in those days, if you had a small expertise in engineering, you could probably repair parts of the machine yourself. Just trying to think of what else I used to play on a Sega. Because I remember we used to have like a wicker basket full of games. There was this one where you could go and do California sports like racing and stuff and bike riding. But I can't really remember sod all about that. Yeah, I can't really think. There was a Micro Machines racing game, which I once tried to play with my sister, but she used to prefer to skip bits when she lost. I don't know, I might have to look up a list of Sega games later, just so I can sort of remember what games I used to play when I was a kid. Yeah, Phantasy Star 4, Sonic the Hedgehog, The Immortal, and Wonder Boy, those were really the main ones. Oh, I remember there was a Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck in Magic Land or Wonderland or something sort of game. And I actually completed it with my sister on co-op mode. And those were in the years where we used to get along. I remember I had an old arcade stick style controller. And it had an ability called Mega Fire, which is like if you like say the A, B, C buttons you used to control with, they had small buttons on top of them, and if you pushed the small button, then you did not have to tap the corresponding button repeatedly to shoot or attack. You could just hold the button down and you attack automatically, and that was good for games like shooter games, because you had to completely beat the crap out of the buttons. It wasn't good for games like Sonic the Hedgehog, because if you used Mega Fire to make Sonic jump, then he'd only like repeatedly jump up and down a couple inches, and he couldn't really get anywhere. It was sort of good in Wonder Boy, because if you're using a spear type weapon, you block by holding up and then tapping the attack button repeatedly. And so if you get constantly shot at, holding down the attack button to repeatedly block was a lifesaver in some cases. Shikana Forever Man was the game I used to play as well, and that was my all-time favourite games. Without spoiling too much of the story, played as a famous swordsman who once battled with death and won. and so he was given the gift of immortality. But as soon as he realised how much of a curse it actually was, he demanded to get his mortality back, and death makes him go and kill all the demon lords across the universe in order to get his mortality back. And it was a good game with alchemy mechanics, like you picked up potions throughout the levels and you used these to create special effects, like enchanting your weapons with elemental energy or making an explosion to kill everything in sight. Yeah, it was extremely hard. It was like Dark Souls before Dark Souls existed, sort of thing. But at the very least, if you died, you just went back to the main... You didn't go back to the main menu, you went back to the hub world, where you could try to attempt the level again. But you wouldn't be able to pick up any potions again, if you managed to find them before. I'm trying to figure out how to balance between commenting on my old Sega console and actually playing the game. My brain just refuses to cooperate with itself. Some days it's like on the left side of my brain I've got nothing right, and on the right side of my brain I've got nothing left. And that's just pain when I'm trying to concentrate on a specific task. At the very least though, making some progress. Should have a piece of paper here, where's that? Yep, here it is. Just quickly jam it somewhere so I can see. Got a checklist of all the furniture item types that I need. Let's quickly go over my list after I put the chandelier up. So I've got table, sink, lantern, lamps, dresser, I need a clock, chest, and a bookcase. Got candle, candelabra, bed and bath. I need a bookcase, clock, and a chest. Which means I'm going to have to run back over to the house and get glass. I'm just going to stop quickly. Didn't trim me nails properly earlier. And if you don't trim your nails properly, you start getting small spikes poking out the sides, and they can be irritating if not painful, especially when you're playing games. Where is my glass? I need glass and I need books. And iron. Glass, books, iron. Please tell me I've actually got this stuff. Son of a bitch. There's some iron, I can make a chest. Can't seem to find any glass or books. Hope it's in the ivy chest because I cannot remember for the life of me. Yep, got a little bit of glass there. That's good. And fly real quick. See if there's any more. I've been saying for a while that I was going to go and do fishing quests, but I need to make sure the biomes are set up for it. Well, I've been recording for the last 2 minutes, so hit one. Later. That's one way to jump into hard mode, is beat the shit out of one of the hardest enemies at the moment with your bare fist.